Okay. This is, first off, Amazon had a deal day. And they had a bunch of stuff on sale. I bought a bunch of these. I am not the one that came up with this idea. I'm not the type of person that sees something and steals it and doesn't give the other person credit. However, the other person is on a Facebook group. And I can't remember his name. If I can, I will drop it down there in the video description because that's how I am. He was having this issue. And I don't want to go too deep into this because I'm going to do a whole video on it for the guys that have the RC4WD drive trucks. Okay? So, the RC4WD drive, I don't know, input, output, zero put, extra put, whatever you want to call it, that comes out of your transmission into your transfer case, okay? You got that shaft. It's a straight, solid piece. I've noticed, if you have a stock TF2 with that boat anchor of a pile of a transfer case mount, it doesn't seem like it does it as bad. But the minute you even raise it up with the Marlin, and then if you raise it up even farther with like the Bauhaus, or you raise it up even farther with the JRC, or you raise it up with the A&M, they move around a little bit more. Because, honestly, I think that the stock TF2 kind of keeps it at an angle a little bit. And I'm not saying it binds, because it doesn't necessarily bind. Or does it? I don't know. I don't think it does. But I think it kind of takes that slack out of that shaft. So, they kind of, you'll see them, they'll kind of move a little bit when you start putting those LCG skids on them. You'll get a little bit of movement. That little bit of movement you can actually watch, once again, same as my Red Cat was doing, your transfer case. You can actually, not all of them. I've got, it's weird. A couple of my trucks were really bad, and then a couple of them wasn't bad. My Marlin was the worst. You could watch the transfer case moving around. I noticed it with the Bauhaus, the worst. I did it with all of them, except for the stock one. I went through all that problems trying those different transfer case testing. That's why I like keeping stock stuff on hand, because you never know. Sometimes you install a part and you don't pay enough attention, and then the problem ensues, and then you're like, oh no! So it's nice to have a stock part you can go back there and restart from that process. That's why I try to do these videos, guys, where I've got the stock stuff, where people think, hey, you're wasting your time with your stock ESA. Sometimes troubleshooting, you learn things. I was just wanting to throw that out there. So anywho, back to this, before I went on that tirade. Oh, one fell out of the package. You weren't supposed to see that. So, the guy on Facebook, this is the economy. This is the economy shaft to fix that problem. RC4WD Drive makes one of these. You can get on there, just search it. I'm not looking for the part number. Do some work, do some leg work. Be a Dick Tracy. Not a dick, be a Dick Tracy. Look for it, search it, you'll find it. It's in their Punisher shafts, I do believe. But they're like 20-something, close to $30. They're different prices, different places, obviously. My bud, I am going to link his video in this description. Because him and I together kind of come to this conclusion to a point. He's got a really good video explaining it. He's running the very good tippity top of the best. He has the boom racing shaft. Which is, going to cost you not that much more money, but it's a super nice drive, shaft. So you're getting you're getting your money's worth. These are going to work fine. I've already kind of tested the one on. I've got several trucks these have to go on. They worked out so nice. I'm going to buy like 3 to 4 more of these and put them up, because people discontinue shit, and it pisses me off. Sorry. Cover your kids' ears. I should have gave a warning. So anyways, let me just Let me just, yeah, dump them out here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there were supposed to be 6. Maybe I didn't. No, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. There's 6. Okay. Thought Amazon ripped me off. So there's 6 of these, and there needs to be more of them. Make sure we're still in camera view here. So one of these is open. This one's open. So these are the cheap shaft. The cheap shaft. So these are, they're steel. They are steel. They're pretty heavy, actually. They're actually, wow, pretty well made for cheap. If you get on Amazon, I will put a link in the video for this so you guys don't have to go looking. I will put the link. At first, you'd be like, you're crazy. They're too short, but they're not. I've already tried them. They actually work. They fit the truck. They actually fit the truck really well. These are 47 to 58 from point to point here. It's a square shaft, not round, square. So the grub screws, you're going to be able to use your, they come with the little set pin screws. You can use your regular RC4 drive pins, just run them down through it. Okay, this replaces the small. This replaces the small shaft that goes in your transmission. And oh, for God's sakes, I'll just show it. Okay, so we're gonna make this really fast, guys. This is the Marlin. This is what I was talking about in the drive shaft, the center shaft here. We're just going to do this real quick. This is the stock, and I'm sorry I'm moving this around, but my camera tripod is just garbage. It won't support its own weight, so I have to move it around, guys. So I've already got everything paired up and everything. So this is what I'm talking about with the flopping around. Watch the transfer case here, if I could, the T-Case here, if I can get my battery wire out of the way. Watch the transfer case. I don't know if you can see it moving there, but it's moving. So we move in. See it moving? Okay. I don't know if you can see it moving. It's this centerpiece here that causes the problem. You see that? The clicking is just the dry shaft that you hear rubbing on the metal plate. So I know somebody's going to say something's clicking. Yes, it is. It's plastic on metal. So I should have raised it up a little higher. It actually keeps sliding down. I had it to where it's hard to do one-handed here. There we go. Maybe, I don't know. I think the rear one might rub on it now. So, yeah, the rear one's in it now. So anyways, I wish I could pick that up a little better. Can you guys see it moving there? It just has an ever so slight movement. There's a little faster, wide open. See it moving? Anyhow, it just moves a little bit. This dry shaft, this little shaft right here, I'm going to go ahead and loop the previous video in with this one. I explained that and everything, and I'll put a part number down below in the description again. Not a part number, a link. This is going to fix that problem. So I just wanted to get on with this video, so I had it done. So let's get it done. Okay, guys, so here we are with that shaft installed. Factory pins from the RC4 drives in here. I was trying to get them to turn. There we go. I still got the power turned on to the ESC. So anyways, yeah, factory pins go right in it. Everything fits nice and good. There's not a bunch of play in this thing. It's nice and tight. Has the right amount of slide right here. It's perfect. Allows this thing to, let me get down in here. You might see it moving. Yeah, hold on, my finger on the trigger here. So, anyhow, it allows this thing to be jointed. So it just smooths out the, you know, drive line a little bit. And you can go full throttle here. So you don't get nowhere near the movement in your transfer case there. You can see as what it had before. I can't zoom in anymore there, but you see the transfer case is, I'm shaking, but the transfer case is pretty steady. So this is definitely well worth the, I think they're like 10 to 12 bucks. I don't know what they cost now on Amazon. So this is it, guys. Not doing any more on this. It's real simple. Take a transfer case loose, buy the shaft, take this out. And this is mainly just so you don't get that vibration, so you don't keep backing out your set screws, your drive pins, your whatever in this straight shaft right here. Just, it does away with that, and you get a nice freed up. I'll get the camera to focus, my fat fingers. You get a nice freed up drive line. Your transmission will thank you. From the RC Dungeon. Peace.